it is the unifying force of their region.
Today we are covering ancient African empires. We are in Unit 1. So students have just finished going over the physical and human geography of Africa, and now they're really going into their own in-depth research for ancient African empires.
I think it's important because it kind of gives a lot of context to a lot of situations that happen in history, and in general it's just really informative, and it just helps expand the knowledge of African history.
I think there's a connotation that the continent of Africa is primitive and there was nothing before until Europeans arrived. But I think that by learning about these different empires and how they were so important to the global trade system, and also kind of provided a model to different civilizations, I think that it's important to kind of clear this narrative that is just purely false.
AP AFAM is a phenomenal course. It really helps students to apply all of the disciplinary knowledge that they've learned over the years. They're able to apply their geography skills because we travel across the globe. They're able to analyze documents, so they're really looking at the voice of the author. They go and then research about the author and research the historical time periods.
We're learning more about their culture, political structure, and how they built their empire and then their fall.
This class is very good at highlighting the things that we should be remembering and learning a different perspective.
The past gives way for the future, and you gotta study that to know the mistakes so you can not screw up again.
It's really going to be important for them because it gives them the skills of understanding, analyzing, but also that essential skill of empathy and understanding how we came to be where we are today. And it really helps that shared experience of our American story.
You will have 1 minute to make your argument. I am going to tell you which side you are going to argue. And then the other side will make the opposite argument, okay? You guys over here are gonna explain why hard power is more effective. You have 1 minute, go.
So hard power is more effective because it allows a country. Is it better to be
America's the place to be?
This is a IB Global Politics class. It focuses on issues of power, sovereignty, international relations, human rights. It's important for students in particular to know what's going on beyond the boundaries of their little community.
I think it's really important to have a class like this to just stay educated on everything that's going on in the world and the environment, because it's really important to know about politics and what's going on so you can better educate yourself and other people.
It helps us conceptualize what power is, what sovereignty is, international relations, and how we could apply it to our world and how we could approach problems.
I think it's good to recognize that America isn't the only country, and the way that it's run isn't the only way to run a country. To be more cognizant of how the world works, especially when you have to be a part of it.
I think that the worst thing somebody can be is ignorant. So this is my way of getting involved and trying to be aware of what's going on so I can make my most informed decisions as a future voter. So being informed is my civic responsibility.
I think social studies classes are extremely important to learn how the world works and why it works the way it does. And also I think social study classes teach you important skills such as cooperating with others and sharing your viewpoints with others, and good writing skills.
Democracy is not a spectator sport. So if you want to be involved in a democracy, you gotta know what it's about. And this is one way.
In addition to that, with social studies, our job is to help students understand where they fit, but also how to empathize how we all fit together in this beautiful puzzle piece of America.